Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sports and Women HD. My name is Stephen Haynes, and I'm alongside, you remember the face, the next Oprah, Courtney Bee.
Hey, guys.
And again, we're here to talk about sports, women, men, and relationships. Remember to follow us on sportsandwomen.com. That's sports, the letter N. Remember, it's kind of confusing. .com. Also check us out on Twitter at sports_women. And continue to follow us on Instagram at Sports and Women. Today, the topic for today is going to be what perception does society have on black males and how can we change that? Jonathan Martin, he is a 3-year veteran for the Miami Dolphins. He was harassed by Richie Incognito alongside a few other players and athletes. And
a trainer, too.
And also a trainer. According to sources, Incognito wanted to put pressure on Jonathan Martin to kind of build his self-esteem up and play a little better, make him a tougher guy. They also harassed him and judged his sexuality and his character. So the question that I'm asking is, what perception does society have on black males? Because Richie Incognito, a white male, harassing a black male, Jonathan Martin, what are your thoughts on this?
Incognito has called him the N-word.
Mm-hmm.
He had used overly sexual jokes and various, just
innuendos.
Yes, towards his daughter and his wife.
Right.
He even tried to fight him.
Right.
And even though there weren't any bruises or scars, it was still a documented occurrence. And it was also documented that Martin actually tried to fit in.
He wanted to embrace that tough guy role.
He wanted to embrace the tough guy role. He tried to fit in. He tried to fit in.
As we all tend to do. We all
and you can only take as much as you can only take so much. So I think that Martin had to do what he had to do.
He's had a history of this. So this is kind of putting the smackdown on Richie Incognito and other people who think that they can get away with just calling you whatever, the N-word, whatever he did. We don't know what words were said. But again, within the NFL locker room and kind of like how guys tend to speak to each other, I'm sure just kind of got the best of him. So, I commend him. I commend Jonathan Martin. And we can all learn from, this experience.
Situation. Yeah,
exactly.
Definitely.
Pop Molly, I rock time for international, bring back the Concord. Numbers don't lie, check the scoreboard.
Welcome back, everybody. Stephen Haynes here with Sports and Women alongside, you remember the face, Courtney Bee. And next to her, we have a special guest, Joey B. You can follow Joey B. at Joey B. on Twitter. Definitely follow him and continue to follow Courtney B. at The Next Oprah. We have The Next Oprah right here. So today, again, we're talking about this perception that society has on black males. Just on Saturday, Michael Dunn shot and killed a young man in Jacksonville, Florida. Let off a couple rounds, 10 shots, and he was convicted on Saturday for murder, but not first-degree murder. And that's been that's highlighted a lot of the problems. And Joey, I want to start with you first. What are your thoughts about this story with Jordan? I mean, it's a mess.
I personally do not understand how someone was convicted of attempted murder and did not receive a conviction for the actual murder. That's why I kind of had a hard time understanding. How did they not get charged when the evidence was clearly blatant that this man murdered this teenager? Who shoots 10 shots inside of a vehicle? No weapon is found. Teenagers were just being teenagers.
Right.
And this man judged these teenagers and took the law into his own hands, and he walked away with it. It's really sad, and me just as a black man and knowing the struggles that I go through on a daily basis, to see someone, yes, he's going to spend the entire time in jail, but it's still a hole there because he wasn't convicted of murdering someone.
Jordan Davis was the young man who was shot and killed. Michael Dunn, they were at a gas station. Jordan Davis and his buddies, I think about 3 of them, were playing loud music. Michael Dunn went to the store, grabbed some cigarettes, grabbed some wine, came back, told them to turn the music down. I guess there was an altercation. Nobody really knows what the altercation was. I'm sure, hey, if somebody tells me to turn my music down. They
Who
better
are
mind
you?
their
Who are you
own,
to
you know,
tell me to
business.
turn my music
You
down?
know. So what happened? He said that he thought he saw, as you alluded to, a gun. He thought he saw the holster to the gun or whatever, and he felt threatened, which is what everybody's saying. He went and fired 10 shots. 10 shots isn't just casual.
So let's be clear as well. Also, before he felt threatened, as the prosecutor asked him, what triggered this for him to even feel threatened, and the question was asked, what was wrong, and so the man's Michael Dunn's response was that he heard a loud thumping noise, and so the prosecutor asked him, well, what did you hear? Did you hear, or in the report you described it as thug music?
Thug music.
How in the hell do you describe thug music? That's wrong in itself.
The issue in America, period, is this word thug, right? Thug is not a white man. Thug is automatically a black man. And he heard thug, quote unquote, music. You heard black music with a car full of black boys, right? The issue is, what is going on with these grown white men that feel like they have the authority to kill black boys?
And
These are not, and these are children that are dying. Trayvon Martin was a child. Jordan Davis, a child. And here we have these grown, fully grown, big white men that feel that it's okay for them to bring a gun out on these boys. As a people, and it's not to put, black against white, but the issue is that they are killing our kids, and that is an issue. I feel like history is repeating itself, and I feel like I'm at a loss as a black woman for what to do. What do I do? How do I use whatever power I have to change what's going on in Florida?
Your intent after 10 shots, you're trying to kill somebody.
Yeah.
That's just not just firing shots off in your backyard, And that's something that we really need to fix as a society.
We need to go to Congress.
Right.
Like, we need to get in these congressmen's faces and let them know whatever the ramifications is of getting that law created to protect us. Because we've seen case after case after case where it's like we're losing. Like we are losing.
Yes,
And I think if you get enough people together, I think there's power in voice.
There's
power in voice. And if we can get, to the Supreme Court or whatever the case is for us to feel protected, I think we need to come together as a people, and we really need to make our voice heard.
Coming up next on Sports and Women, we're going to find out why actor Samuel L. Jackson is not the Kentucky Fried Chicken guy or the guy in the Super Bowl commercial.
I tell you what, you working for Marvel, the Super Bowl commercial, did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, you know what? I've been my mistake.
See, you're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not Lawrence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
Flavia, you're
We may
exactly
be all
right.
black and famous,
You
but
are
we all don't look
guilty.
alike.
I am guilty.
Next question.
I am guilty.
He thought you were Bob Dylan.
Right. Let's talk about RoboCop.
Oh, hell no. Really? Really?
I apologize.
I'm the other guy.
But-
I'm the other guy. The
I know.
other one. What's in your wallet?
Right. That's it.
I'm that
exactly
guy.
right.
There's more than one black guy doing a commercial.
There it is. No question about that.
And I've actually never done a McDonald's or a Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial. I know that's surprising.
Right.
That was an interview from Sam Rubin. As you see, he was an entertainment reporter from KTLA. And obviously, he's getting his black people mixed up. He
can't figure it out.
We all look alike.
We all look
That's
alike.
what all look
Y'all
alike.
actually do look alike.
Is it it's the dark skin
I
thing?
think
What
it's the
is it,
dark
facial
skin
hair
thing, and then y'all got the facial hair thing
Yeah.
going on. There
But-
is that little difference with this, but y'all still kind of
I
look
still
alike.
gotta grow mine
I
back.
mean, if I was to see you walking on the street, I would still think it was him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he chewed
all black
him.
people look alike.
He chewed him out.
He did chew him out. He was
Did he?
well deserved.
He deserved it?
He deserved
Well
it.
deserved.
So, Joey, who do we blame in that scenario?
Well, if we want to go deep into it,
Go
I
ahead.
say blame the damn producer.
Okay.
Because in media production, you are supposed to have a name tag on the camera to your anchor so they know who in the hell they're talking to.
Right.
So, but I'm going to also stick blame to the anchor.
Okay.
Stick to the script if you don't know who you're talking to, man.
Right.
Just stick to the script. That's all you have to do.
Once Samuel called him out, I'm sure it was just like he didn't know what to do, so he was kind of just improvising, which is, I guess he did the best that he could because Samuel just would not stop.
He would not
He
let
would
it
not
go.
stop.
He would
But
not let it go.
I feel like the anchor should have known who Samuel L. Jackson was.
You gotta do your
Samuel
research.
L. Jackson,
come on
but
now.
Samuel L. Jackson has been acting since.
Like he's legendary.
Yeah,
Right?
He's been doing this forever.
He's
so
in every movie.
he should have known that. I mean, that's just basic knowledge. I
Right.
mean, you know what I mean? If you look up the top 10 black actors,
Yeah.
Samuel
Samuel
L.
Jackson's
is bound
in there,
to
yeah.
come up.
He's
You
in
know,
there.
along with Denzel
Right.
and along with Morgan Freeman.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stop stereotyping us. Stop making us all the same person. We do different things. We represent different things in different arenas, and we
Right.
do different. You know that we're just a versatile people.
He's $1 million movie maker,
Yes.
just like any other white man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So Courtney, Joey, I'm going to close this off with one final question. Courtney, so what perception should society have on black males?
America has a lot of work to do. I think we deserve to be acknowledged. And I think that eventually we will. But we do have to call upon our leaders so that we demand our respect. And we also have to work on carrying ourselves in a way that people will want to respect us also.
I would love for people to perceive us as we're smart, we're intelligent, we have flavor. You know, there are a lot of white people who want to be us. You know, because of the way that we speak, and a lot of us do speak with high confidence because we've been through a struggle. You know, our ancestors and our family members, we've been treated so badly, and I feel like, you know, we need to be respected more, but not only from others, we need to respect ourselves more.
Take these topics that we talked about, the Jonathan Martin, the Richie Incognito, the Michael Dunn, the Jordan Davis, and even the Samuel L. Jackson situation. Take all of these topics and let's just try to better ourselves. Let's work at developing better relationships between black, white, and all of our cultures. So thank you guys. We're going to close this off. Joey B, great. Thank you for showing on the show. We appreciate it. Again, you can follow Joey B on Twitter at Joey B. Also, you can follow Courtney on Twitter at The Next Oprah. And again, you can follow me at sportsn_women and sportsandwomen.com. And until next time, we'll see you again.